Welcome back, Cinematic Cravings family. James Cameron has finally opened the fiery gates of Pandora with Avatar: Fire and Ash. The first trailer is here, and in one word, mesmerizing. But this time we're shifting from blue waters to lava, from peace to war. A new Na'vi tribe, old enemies, and scenes ready to erupt like volcanoes. Yep, things are getting a lot more serious. Let's break down this massive trailer together. But before we get into the details, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, don't forget to hit that button and like this video. Without your likes and comments, the algorithm will bury the video. Support the channel so we can grow together. Let's get started. Right as the trailer kicks off, we're met with a whole new face of Pandora. Lands covered in ash, skies choked with smoke, and volcanic eruptions. The serene blues of the Eywa are nowhere in sight. This time, we're facing a world ruled by red, fire, and rage. The Ash People. Jake Sully, Neytiri, and their children have allied with the Eywa, but this war seems to require way more than just teamwork. And here comes Varang, the leader of the Ash People with an ash-covered face and powers to manipulate fire, might just be one of the most terrifying figures in Pandora mythology. The line in the trailer, "Your goddess holds no power here," signals one of the harshest cultural clashes in the series. Played by Una Chaplin, this character is, in James Cameron's words, someone you're either going to love or hate. So what will we do? Get ready to debate. At the end of The Way of Water, Quaritch was reborn in a Na'vi body, and now he's not alone. In the trailer, we see him fighting alongside Varang. So yes, it looks like a dangerous alliance has formed between humans and the Ash People. The RDA is once again attacking Pandora's nature, but this time the threat isn't just technological, it's elemental, fire. The spark has been lit for a war that's both physical and ideological. With this film, James Cameron isn't just introducing a new ecosystem, he's adding a gothic contrast to Pandora's visual world. Coral palaces have been replaced by lava pits, surfboards by flame-throwing spears. The trailer weaves together themes like climate crisis, colonialism, belief systems, and family bonds. Visually, every frame is a painting, but this time the story inside is much darker and much more personal. Among the new characters, Varang is clearly the standout, but there are other eye-cocking details in the trailer. Michelle Yeoh and David Thewlis make brief yet impactful appearances, hinting at an expanded character roster. Rumor has it Yeoh's character will act as a bridge between spiritual and scientific knowledge. That could pull the nature v human conflict in Pandora onto a more philosophical plane. Jake and Neytiri's children, especially Kiri and Loak, take center stage in this film. Kiri's mysterious connection to Eywa seems to be evolving from something spiritual to something tangible. In the scene where she's meditating, the environment's response around her suggests to some viewers that Eywa is now directly intervening through Kiri. That would make Kiri more than just a side character. She could become a central figure in Pandora's fate. Right after the trailer dropped, hundreds of theories exploded across platforms like Reddit and Twitter. One of the most discussed is that Neytiri, overwhelmed by Quaritch's return, might separate from her family and embark on a solo journey midway through the film. According to the theory, her grief and rage could drive her to form a new connection with Eywa, or even pursue a personal revenge arc against the Ash People. This would mark a dramatic turning point in her character arc. On Quaritch's side, things get even more interesting. His alliance with the Ash People, as seen in the trailer, doesn't seem to be an official RDA operation. It looks more like something driven by his personal thirst for revenge. This suggests he's not just obsessed with Pandora, but with Jake and Neytiri's family specifically. At the same time, there's a chance the Ash People are merely using Quaritch as a tool, setting the stage for mutual betrayal throughout the film. When it comes to visual design, James Cameron and his team have once again pushed boundaries. The Ash People's home is more than a volcano. It's a temple where rituals and fire blend into everyday life. Giant Na'vi beasts emerging from lava, fire being treated as a sacred element, and that red origin explosion of color, these all add a mystical new dimension to the Avatar universe. The trailer delivers not just action, but powerful messages through symbols and mythology. Some viewers believe Fire and Ash won't just be the third film, it might also serve as a bridge to the fourth. Cameron previously said the script had to be split, which suggests this movie isn't a conclusion, but the beginning of a much larger crisis, especially when Jake declares this is just the beginning near the end of the trailer. It's a line that has set fan theories ablaze. This could be the point where all hope for peace on Pandora is truly lost. Another striking detail is the Ash people's relationship with nature. In the first two films, the Na'vi were portrayed as deeply spiritual and respectful toward Eywa. But the Ash people are different. They aim to control nature, wield fire, and reshape their surroundings in a much more aggressive way. This creates cultural conflict within Pandora itself. It's not just humans versus Na'vi anymore. Now it's Na'vi versus Na'vi, completely countercultural to Eywa. According to some theories, the Ash people might have once been exiled or cursed by Eywa. The presence of fire as a punishing, not sacred element supports this. Varg's line, "Your goddess holds no power here," could reflect his bitterness and break from Eywa. If that's true, then Fire and Ash is telling not just a physical story, but a spiritual war between Eywa's loyal guardians and those who've strayed from her faith. Even in brief flashes, the new creatures in the trailer are attention-grabbing. Massive beasts emerging from lava pits appear to be tamed by the Ash people. These beings will likely play a major role in the large-scale battle scenes. But their connection to Eywa is still unclear. Maybe they represent the chaotic side of nature. In the Avatar universe, nature isn't just peace. It can be wrath and destruction too. And of course, we have to talk about audience reactions. From the moment the trailer dropped, social media has been divided. Some are calling the visuals and new characters breathtaking, while others say the emotional depth still feels lacking. Especially on Reddit and X, formerly Twitter, there's concern that the visual spectacle might overshadow the narrative. But let's not forget, James Cameron always builds the world first, then detonates the emotion, so the real explosion might be waiting for us in the movie itself. Expectations for the box office are sky high. The Way of Water surprised many by grossing $2.3 billion, 0 cents. Now the question is whether Fire and Ash can top that. But this time, there are new variables: post-pandemic cinema habits, streaming platforms, and global crises. Varang, who Cameron says will be either loved or hated, could have a major influence on how the film is received. In other words, this time the success of the story lies not just in visuals, but in the emotional bond it forms with the audience. The future of the franchise is already set. Films 4 and 5 are in the pipeline. According to Cameron, the fourth movie may take us beyond Pandora to other planets. Fire and Ash might be planting the first seeds of that expansion. If the Ash people's origins hint at a deeper fracture in Eywa's universe, then this story is preparing for a mythology far greater than just Pandora. In short, this isn't just a third act. It could be the beginning of an entire universe. Right now, all we have is a 2.5-minute trailer, but even in that short time, the signals are clear. A brand new era of Avatar has begun, both visually and thematically. We're no longer a family seeking peace underwater. We're in the heart of lava, in a war where beliefs are tested. Jake Sully's leadership, Neytiri's inner turmoil, the kids' growing pains, and Varang's opposing ideology, they all lead to one thing: Pandora will burn. Now it's your turn. Do you think Varang is truly a villain or just a leader protecting his people? What could Kiri's bond with Eywa evolve into? Will Neytiri break away from her family? And the big question, can Avatar 3 surpass its predecessor's box office success? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'll discuss it together. I'll pin the most creative theories at the top. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be the first to hear all the latest updates about the Avatar universe. That's all from me for now. See you in the next video. May Eywa be with you.